What's up, guys? Kevin here with Texas Veteran Lawn Service, and it's just going to be a brief video, kind of a recap of the visit to Echo headquarters for the UAG program. That was Monday and Tuesday of this week. Now, the program was open to all people who applied across the U.S. and then up in Canada too. So they had, I think, and I may be mistaken, I think there was like 200 people who applied, and in this rotation only 14 were selected. The previous selection of guys who went through earlier this year in April, like Moyo Yard, Danny Lanier, some of the other guys I just can't think of right now, they're all in that program too. Kevin with Fall River, and I can't remember some of the other guys. Anyway, so it's open to all those who apply, but only few are selected. Now, moving forward, each season, I believe they're going to, as long as the program's doing good, they're going to try to bring more folks in this. So, and the people that they selected aren't all Echo users. In fact, the majority of them have only maybe one or two, and then they have some of Steel and Husqvarna and other brands. And like myself, I just bought the Echo blower, the Echo trimmer and stick edger, and I had an older stick edger, but I had Husqvarna trimmer, Husqvarna blowers, Husqvarna chainsaws, Steel trimmers, Steel hedge trimmers, Steel tiller. Anyway, so they're not wanting to push their product on you. They're not wanting to tell people, okay, we're going to bring you on board, we're going to give you the stuff, and you have to promote us. So it's not like that. Now, a lot of you guys don't know, I'm also, or I was heavily, I'm not quite as much now, but I've been in the bowling industry since I was little. And for the last 10 years, 8 years, 10 years, last 8 years, I have always been sponsored by different companies. Every year, every 2 years, I would switch companies. So currently, I'm under the Brunswick contract, and I'm on my second year. So there's Brunswick, I was with Storm, I was with Rotogrip, Columbia, Lane Number 1, Seismic. So when you're under those types of companies, it's not even lawn service related. With them, it's okay, we're going to give you these products, or we're going to give you a discount on these products, and you better not say anything bad about our stuff. You may not like a bowling ball that comes out, but you better speak highly of it, so, or you'll lose your contract. So that's how those work. With like if I got online and I talked about a new bowling ball that came out by Brunswick and I didn't care for it, and I should tell you, well, I don't think this is a good one for those who are whatever looking for this or something. Instead you need to go with like the Hammer or another brand. That'd be it for me. I would no longer be a part of that program. So with that being said, with Echo, they didn't want to do that. With Echo, what they noticed in the industry on different talk forums, that there was a lot of talk about what brands are better, what features are better, what benefits are better. That will always be there. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Okay. About cars, about different paints to paint houses, about different tools, trailers, fuel, man, everything. But what was missing was what was missing was the camaraderie of helping others really grow. There was a little bit of that. There'll always be those who want to help other people get better at what they do. And so there wasn't a forum that had that. That's really what I meant to say. Sorry, that had that. So Echo and Sam Fiorella, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, and his team put together what is called Echo Means Business. Now you can go to echomeansbusiness.com. It's completely free. It is a really neutral forum to be able to talk. There's all kinds of threads on there. I've created lots of threads. Other lawn people have created threads. So there's stuff that covers lawn business, landscaping, hardscapes, arborists, all kinds of stuff on there. I mean, it was created by the pros for the pros, And even if you're just starting out in your lawn business, come on over and take a look, man. Create your own username, user profile, all kinds of stuff you can set up. It's a good place to go. There's a lot of information. You can ask questions, you can find answers, you can post pictures, before and after pictures, video, I mean, all kinds of stuff. You can promote your YouTube channel on there, your Twitter, your company, you know, all kinds of stuff. And everybody, I joined earlier this year, I believe it is, and everybody is super nice. So I haven't come across any rude people yet. Doesn't mean there won't be any down the road, but I find it a good source of information, or a good place to find a lot of good information. I think it's fantastic. So Echo did create that website. Echo is promoting that. They're promoting, hey, there is a forum, okay, that you could go to, that you can learn and you can communicate with other people in your profession across the country. And and it might even reach, well, it's .com, so it's worldwide, so anybody really could probably, you know, log into it. But and you can help each other out, and so that is truly fantastic. Now, with us who got chosen to be on the UAG, you know, we get products, you know, here and there, and what we do is we're going to test them out, you know, first thoughts, and then of course while you're using them, and I mean put them through the test, and then give some good positive feedback. That is no different than going on a test drive in an automobile. So if I go to 4 different dealers, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, and Honda, and I'm test driving it, and I said, well, I don't like this one because of this, I don't like this one because of that, I don't like that, well, I decided to go over here. Alright, that doesn't mean those were bad. That just means I didn't like those types of things on that car. You know, maybe I didn't like Honda because the Ridgeline didn't have a high enough head ceiling for me. Maybe I didn't like Ford because, well, it just doesn't have a HEMI and I wanted a HEMI. And maybe Chevrolet or GMC, you know, maybe the inside of the compartment or the towing capacity wasn't quite the same for that class and for that amount of money I wanted to spend and what I was going to use it for. So you see, there's a lot of differences. So reviewing products are the same thing. Now there are products from different companies. Some companies, the bigger companies won't have this, but the smaller companies will. They'll have a cheaper grade of plastic, maybe, you know, for a handle or for something else, where, you know, a big name brand may spend more money in that particular part and have a thicker cover of plastic or something like that, or maybe use metal in there or something. So during these reviews, we give this types of information out. We talk about, okay, for us, you know, I got 2 different products here. This is what I really like about this. This is what I like about these, but there's a couple of things that I didn't care too much about, you know. So it's okay if, and in fact, one of the guys, actually, one of the UAG members, so several of them, are all pro steel. That's all they use. But Echo decided to reach out to them because they value their opinion, they like the work that they do, and they want to have some input on, you know, hey, you know, here's a couple pieces of products, tell us what you think, you know, what kind of things you don't like. Now, that's very good for a company to do, and this is for any company in any industry, because they're wanting to find out directly from the consumer, not from a poll or anything, from professionals who use this stuff every day. Hey, you know, what do you like about, you know, this piece of equipment right here? What makes you like this one so much? You know, never mind the name. So for example, if we handed you 2 pieces of equipment, they were both painted the exact same color, they had no serial markings, and they had no decals of brand names on them. Okay, I kind of like that idea, but we're not exactly playing with that kind of animal. But then you would tell them the things you do and don't like about each one. You know, not that you hate either one. Okay, well, I'm going to use this one more because I really like this feature and this benefit about it. So, and the other company that maybe wasn't selected as often takes that type of information and they go ahead and figure out, okay, what can we do to make this more appealing, or what can we do to change this? You know, okay, well, the majority of people are saying something about this one thing. Let's take a look at that. So there's nothing wrong with playing that kind of ball game, and it happens in all the products around us that we touch and see every single day that go on behind closed doors. You just don't know about it. So this is a very good opportunity for all the guys who are in the program with me, even in the first rotation and this one. And you know, the UAG meeting, you know, was all about, it covered a lot of history of Echo. You know, they've been around since I think the 50s, but they're called another name. It started with a K and ended with a Z. I can't remember. I really can't pronounce it, and I don't want to try and really be horrible at it. There was a lot of innovation that goes on between a lot of companies, and Echo was a part of a lot of those innovations in the industry. So, you know, that was really fantastic. A company may have had a certain product, you know, and if it wasn't patent, you know, Echo would make it and then, you know, try to better something. And that's how all these companies do, and that's why there's so much neck and neck between, you know, Echo, Steel, Husqvarna, Cobalt, all these different companies. You know, GMC and Chevy, Dodge and Ford. You know, it's always going to be like that. That's the only way you get better, is when you're being challenged. So it's like us being out here doing, you know, lawn service. You know, if we don't keep doing everything we can great or learn to get better, then we'll be outperformed by someone else and we'll lose that business. So that's the same thing. So the program was all about us guys and girls. We had a couple ladies there, the wives and also workers of their husband's company, so that was pretty cool. It was all about us as far as, you know, how to reach new customers, how to take care of the existing customers, how to be influential in how to be an influence in marketing and social media. And that was really a big hit with Sam. He did fantastic with that. And how to use, maybe there were some things that you didn't think about that you could do that would bring more business. Or, you know, maybe you were presenting stuff in the wrong way and you weren't quite getting the reactions that you were wanting. So they really brought to our attention a lot of different things from a lot of different angles. And being all of us guys there, everybody had a unique business. It really was fantastic to experience that, because even though we were all listening to the same thing, we all got something different out of it. And then a lot of us kind of talked, you know, together, you know, on our off time, and that's really good. So that's how you grow and you learn. You know, so we covered that. We covered technology, well, the history of Echo and where it started at, and all the different innovations that they had. And then we talked about the marketing, how they use their marketing and advertising. We got to watch a couple of video clips that they may or may not use in the future, but those were pretty cool. And we covered a lot of high performance stuff. So, like, I learned that when Echo started, they really started out, and they really still are, but they really started out is building two-cycle high performance engines. So, you know, that did all these different things, you know, and as the industry needed stuff, you know, and, you know, stuff was created. And, you know, the very first weed eater string trimmer that was ever made was made by Weed Eater, or they called it a weed eater. Not Echo didn't call it weed eater, but wherever it came from called it weed eater. But Echo made the first engine to go on that, so that was pretty cool. And then there was, you know, some other stuff, you know, the blowers, which originally kind of started as chemical sprayers, and then they kind of, farmers started chopping those off and welding tanks on there to, you know, to blow air and stuff like that. So a lot of things kind of evolved. Small little, you know, generators, you know, evolved from there. I'm not saying that they invented it or anything. Then you had the chainsaws. Now, Echo didn't invent the chainsaw, but they did make the first anti-vibration chainsaw, which I think was in 57 or 65 or somewhere around there. I may be wrong on that. Don't quote me. And so there's a lot of firsts in there. And then they introduced the Red Armor oil and fuel to us. They had this display. I'll show it in another video. There will be several videos that all encompass around this UAG trip. There's a lot of video, too much to do just one clip, and there's too much to just disregard all of it and just make you a 10-minute video, and I wouldn't want to do that. I want to make several ones. So in the Red Armor, what I'm going to tell you, and then I'll show you in a video another day, I actually filmed it, I was there on that display. They had a display of this crankcase cut in half, which is kind of cool. You had the piston cylinder there, and then the piston and the crankshaft and all that stuff. Alright, so the exhaust port, which is the main thing you want to notice that in this display. And you had the Red Armor oil, you had the steel oil, the Husqvarna oil, and the Husqvarna oil that had the Red Armor in front of it. Now, they would run the steel. Now, I can't remember these numbers, okay? You'll just have a look at the video when I post it next time. It ran for like 70 hours, I think it was, or 75 hours, which is a long time, okay? It had like, I don't know, 30-something% blockage, 35% blockage, and you can see the carbon buildup, okay? That was the steel oil. And then it had a Husqvarna where they ran it for 75 hours, and it had like 27% or 25% blockage. And then they ran it for 35 more hours, they drained it, and then added Red Armor, and then ran it for 35 more hours, and then it dropped down to like, I don't know, 13% or something. And then they had where they ran 35 hours or 75 hours with just Red Armor, and it was like 1 or 2%. So that, now all these different companies can have their own displays, and it could be whatever. But one of the cool things about that Red Armor is that it has not only cleaning properties in it, but it also has preventing properties in it, which have to do with carbon buildup, to prevent carbon buildup and to help clean off carbon buildup deposits. So that's kind of cool. And we looked at all the different trimmer lines. We got to hold in all these different kind of engine parts, and there's one where they have the deal cut off to where you could pull the line, and you pull the line and you can see the piston go up and down. That was pretty cool. We talked about the Red Armor. Now the Red Armor also has fuel. What is unique about this fuel is, and I may be mistaken, there's a lot of information, and it's hard to kind of remember all of it. But anyways, I believe this fuel, or this Red Armor fuel, has a shelf life of like 2 years. Where regular gas has a shelf life of 30 days, and it kind of slowly starts to kind of separate. So the cool thing about this is, if you want, it originally was designed to store your equipment. You drain out all the gas, or use all the gas out of it, pour this stuff in there, crank it up, let it run for a few minutes, and then store it. And then you wouldn't have any carburetor issues, because there'd be nothing there to get gummed up or to start separating like you would have in gasoline. In fact, I don't even think it has gasoline in it, or maybe it's ethanol. There's something that it doesn't have in it that's in gas. I can't remember what it is. But you could run this stuff as regular fuel. It's a little expensive, but you would be almost guaranteed to not have any carburetor problems. So I definitely want to check into that. Go to my dealer and see if they have some. I think Lowe's might have some. I don't remember. But anyways, I've normally just been using, this mixed stuff. I don't have any over here, but it's in the truck. But I'm going to look into that. So then we got into their factory, and this factory is enormous. Okay, they have built and sold over 70 million products. So that is fantastic since day one of manufacturing. They manufacture almost everything there. They have 900 employees just in that one location. Then they own other different places around the U.S. that make different things for them that they can't make there, and then it's shipped there, then they do the rest and stuff like that. They pour all their own plastics and moldings. It ships there in these little beads. Goes in these big silos, which is kind of cool. And they do all their testing there. Every single thing that's put together, that's built, all these 2-cycle stuff, it gets tested there. Fuel is ran through them and then shipped. So I may be wrong on that, but I want to say that's what they do. They test, everything gets tested, because then once they crank it up, well, you have to adjust it. So you can't adjust it by not cranking it up. So everything that gets shipped, gets tested. So when it leaves there, there's nothing wrong with it. It's primo. It's good. We covered. We went into their what do you call it? Their shipping area, and they have, they like what seems like 50 feet almost, but probably 30 or so, 30, 35, maybe taller, of rows and rows and rows and rows of equipment, boxed up, wrapped, crated everything ready to go. They have enough stuff there that is 30 days or more supply of every single product for everything in the world almost. So if something happened, like say if a couple of machines went down, or I don't know, they weren't able to, they had to stop the process for some reason, they'd still have product on reserve to be able to ship out, so there's no loss there, which is kind of cool. There's a wasp flying around here, and if he comes over here, I'm gonna jack him. I ain't being stung. Wasp people are already out here today, up in the chimney. Anyways, so we talked about that. Then we got to test the equipment. I also have videos of me testing almost all of the equipment, all the new equipment in the 2620 and Extreme lineup. So that'll be also on another video. It's just really neat. It's a fantastic experience. So, you know, they encourage us, and they're going to help us better our business and help us be able to help other people get better as well. Grow the business, grow the industry, because when you're doing that, you're growing more want and more need in the industry for products. Okay, if I'm helping you grow your business, say through the next year, I've helped you grow your business 25%. That's more customers, more money. That means you probably need maybe another truck of employees. Maybe you need, now that you got, you know, now that you made a lot of money, maybe now you can upgrade your equipment. You know, well then that means, well, you have a friend that, you know, wants to start a business, and because I was encouraging to you, you will probably be encouraging to that person, and it just grows and grows. There will never be a point, in our lifetime anyways, where there are too many lawn service companies and not enough business to go around. Never happened. Okay. There are millions of people that live here in the U.S. Now, if you live in a remote area, say you live in a small town and the next closest town is 30 miles, that might be a little different story. Okay. But there's ways to handle that too. And, you know, there's a lot of competition. They talk to us about competition. They talk to us about, you know, developing websites, how to develop websites, where to find information, and them being a good sounding board whenever you have ideas about things. I mean, their CEO, the president of the company, came down and had lunch with us, which was pretty cool. Asked us regular questions. You know, where are you from? Where, you know, do you work by yourself? Do you have a family? You know, those kinds of things. And there was a couple names I can't remember, but from different departments, the head people of those different departments were there. That was pretty awesome too. Ken, one of the head guys in products and something, and then Wayne. Then there was Jason, and there was Cindy, there was Anna Marie, there was Barb, there was Sam, there was you know, all those people who work for Echo that we got to meet and see each day. They were all there, and very supportive of everything, and not once did they say, hey, you know, we really want you to, you know, push our product, you know, hush hush, you know. Well, it wasn't like that, you know. You know, now if we come across a product that we particularly don't like, you know, we shouldn't, they're not going to tell us what we can't say, but we shouldn't, you know, be rude about it. We shouldn't say, oh, this is a piece of crap. You know, I mean, there's other ways to handle that. That's obviously going to be bad reflecting on you, not Echo or Steel or whoever. So I was really excited to get picked for that program. They paid for everything. The flight there, the limousine, which rode at a Cadillac Escalade from the airport to the hotel, or the airport to the Echo place, and then later went from there to the hotel. We stayed at a nice hotel. You know, Monday night after, you know, we were done with, you know, the learning for that day, went back to the hotel, all of us, and Sam was there. We all got to hang out, had a couple beers, and had really a great time. Got to know each other. I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, all these guys that I met, you know, some just started business this summer. Some started last year like I did. Some been in it for 12 years. I mean, these guys they're fantastic. You know, their wives that they had with them are fantastic too. They work just as hard as their husband. And to meet other guys in the industry who strive to be the best that they can be at what they do, I think is fantastic. And every one of us asked a lot of really great questions there. And I think every one of us left that place thinking a lot more highly of Echo, and No one left there thinking any less, I know that for sure. The participation, the engagement was fantastic. There was this 3D kind of machine thing. I didn't go to GIE, but they had it there, and you look into it, you know, and you go through this whole, you know, extreme video thing. I forget what that darn thing's called, but that was pretty awesome. We got to have New York pizza the first day for lunch, or maybe that was dinner. That was lunch, I think. That was pretty. I've never had, or not New York pizza, Chicago pizza. Sorry, I've had New York pizza. That was 2 years ago. So that was pretty good, and they fed us while we were there. I mean, this was fantastic. So I'm excited to be on board with the UAG User Advisory Group because I know that's going to help me grow my business, grow my channel, and help me help those people out there, you know, who are trying to come up. I don't know everything. You know, I look to a lot of other guys for information, and whenever I learn something, I pass it on down, you know, and that's really what it's all about. So the better the industry can become as a whole, the more money we can all make. And there's a lot of money out there to be made. All right, that's pretty much it with this video. The other videos to come are going to be, I have some products coming in that I'm going to do some reviews on that, and then I actually have jobs that I need to use those products on. So we're going to cover that as well. And the other videos are going to have definitely the reviews on different products. Let's see here, more videos from the UAG while I was there, and I have some other videos that I filmed last week and earlier this in the last couple days that I need to get edited and put out there for you guys. But that pretty much wraps that up. Now after this video, at 2 o'clock, which is probably almost that time, we're going live. We're going to be doing a giveaway. We've reached 100 subscribers. I think now we're at 103, 104, and we're going to be giving away a couple of things. So tune in here in the next few minutes and be a part of that. I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Lawn Service. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click that bell on the right side of your screen so you get the notifications. And other than that, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.